Hi folks, welcome to today's movement. As you can see, I have a few pieces of equipment with me today. You do not need all of it, you don't even need any of it. These are just some options for you. Make sure you take the breaks you need, change it up if you want, do modifications that speak to you. I'm only here for suggestions and guidance. If you want a personal touch, get in touch with a personal trainer. And of course, as always, if you have any chronic conditions or injuries, you want to see someone like an allied health practitioner, like a physiotherapist or an exercise physiologist. The routine that we're kind of doing today has become a bit of a staple routine for my feet. I've plantar fasciitis, particularly in my left foot, and it's quite painful. And I find that these exercises tend to help me. They may help you, but of course, see a professional and get clearance and make sure that this is going to work for you. We are going to start by just gathering our center. Because I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a little razzled. So I just want to bring myself to this space. So just marching on the spot, just feeling your feet lift up and down, and then find your center and just feel yourself remain tall. You can close down your eyes if you like. You're still feeling tall and strong, and a sense of stillness and peace. And we breathe in, breathe out, let go of any tension anywhere in the body that you're feeling it. If you need to jiggle around, and breathe in and breathe out. Last one, breathing in. If you'd like to stretch up as well, come along. Breathe out. If you want to breathe out into a forward fold, come along as well. If you're coming down in that forward fold, feel free to wrap your arms in a bit of a basket hold and allow them to just hang. Just feeling nice and relaxed before we start our foot strengthening and foot stretching. All right, slowly roll back up, shake it all out. We are here for us. We are going to get started with some basic mobility. So let's go round and round. If you need to hold on to something to get yourself nice and steady, go for it. Right now, we are just wanting to increase blood flow in our foot, our ankle, toes, and our calves. So swapping to the other side, and we are just rolling our foot like we're drawing a circle with our big toe, clockwise and then anti-clockwise. Swap sides again. I'm going to try and do everything about 4 times each side. And the other way. Swap sides again. So this is round 2 for the second side. And the other direction. And again, swap sides. Drawing a circle with your toe like it's a clock, and the other way, anti-clockwise. Third round, second foot, and anti-clockwise. And final round, first foot clockwise and anti-clockwise. And last round, second foot clockwise and anti-clockwise. All right, we can do a little bit of tapping. I'm going to come over here so you can see, pointing toes towards your nose and then foot flat on the ground. So heel is staying anchored on the floor, foot on the ground. Toes up, toes down. Toes up, toes down, as if you're tapping to the rhythm of a song. And tap, 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 tap. Staying with this foot. A few more, and we swap sides. Tap, tap, tap. So both knees should be straight, little bit of a flex to them, not too much. Now you remember what I said? Everything 4 times. Get ready? Swap sides again. Tap, tap, tap. Take this moment to observe your surroundings. For me, looks like it's going to rain. Let's see if we can get this squeezed in before it rains. Swap sides. So this is the second round, second foot. Tap, tap, tap. Just using your heel as that fulcrum. Fancy physics word. Swap sides, round 3, first foot and tap. Fulcrum basically means like the anchor point for a lever. That's not a very good way to describe it. What our heel is doing right now, it's acting as a fulcrum. That's a good way to put it. Swap sides. Might start to feel a little bit of pressure or work in your dorsiflexors. So they're the muscles that run along the front of your shins. That's good. We want them warmed up. Final side, final round, first side. Tappa, tappa, tappa. And swapping sides. Last time, last round with our taps. We are going to do nice big wide squats, just 4, but nice and deep, nice and slow. Our goal isn't necessarily about bringing our weight backwards. Our goal is about getting really low. So if you need to pop your heels at the end, go for it. Come with me. Coming down, making sure the knees are going outwards though. Don't let your knees collapse in. Getting nice and low and slowly back up. Feel that strength in you. And again, 2. And up. And 3. And last one, number 4. Here we go. All right. So if you want happy feet, happy arches, happy soles, the best thing you can do is calf raises. And incidentally, if you want happy knees, one of the best things you can do are calf raises. I'm going to start my calf raises on the towel. So this is where if you have your towel, your step, or your bolsters, cork, raisers, this is when you get them out. I'm just using the towel to demonstrate for people who are using a towel today. You want to place your toes on your towel, your step, or your bolster, heels on the ground, and we're going straight up for 4 calf raises with both feet at the same time. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. Give it a bit of a shake. Let's go for round 2. I'm going to demonstrate on my step this time. So toes on your platform, heels coming just off the edges. And let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we're doing by allowing our heels to drop off the edge, we're increasing the range, which means we're increasing how much opportunity the calf gets to strengthen, essentially. I'm going to do my last 2 rounds on these bolsters. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Come down, have a bit of a shake. So you'll notice your balance may vary between the different pieces of equipment. That's fine. And if you don't have a piece of equipment, you can do them just on the floor. I do recommend putting your toes on something, letting your heels drop down to get that negative range so that you have a greater range of motion at your ankle. Wasn't sure if one of the birds was going to join us. And we have our 4th and final round of the bilateral calf raises. Up, woo, up, here we go. So there are all our bilateral calf raises done. We're going to do the same thing again but this time we're going to move to one leg. Be prepared to get wobbly. It's all good. So, same thing what we did before. I'm going to do each side on each piece of equipment, just so you can see what it looks like. If you need to get ready to hold on to something, go for it. We start with our, let's start with our left foot, why not? And we have calf raise number 1. Oh, it's trickier, isn't it? Calf raise number 2. It's harder in balance and in strength. 4th calf raise on that left side. Swap sides. Right foot onto your step, platform, towel. And let's go. Calf raise for 1. Calf raise for 2. Calf raise for 3. Calf raise for 4. All right. I'm going to try it on my step this time. Like I said, these are just ways for me to show you all the options. You don't need to get all of these out. Oh, got to find that sweet spot. So you really want, when it comes to the step, I find just the balls of your feet are really helpful. Arms out for balance. Let's go. Whew. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see my right foot or my other foot makes contact with the ground in between repetitions, just so I can stabilize myself. That's fine. You don't have to have the perfect balance in the world. It's all wonderful. Let's go. Calf raise. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. And I'm going to do 2 rounds, front and center. All right, are we ready? Left foot on. And we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. If it helps, stare at something on the ground that's nice and still. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Another little hack if you're feeling like really unsteady, if you feel like you're just about to fall over, squeeze your butt cheeks together. I know that sounds really odd, but what you're doing is a couple of things, but the main one is you're activating your gluteals, which are really all about stabilizing your hips and pelvis. All right, last round of these single leg calf raises. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Swap sides. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Fantastic. Have a bit of a shake if you like. Now we're getting to the last kind of strengthening part of our little foot routine here. It's about balance. Now, I think there are really 2 good options, either on the floor, flat, or on a kind of curved surface. So I wouldn't exactly use the step. That's not really going to give you any particular advantage. I like these cork pieces because they're curved, so I'll be using them for that purpose, but a towel can also work. Up to you how you want to do this. I will start first. How about I start over here and show you what it looks like on just the plain, even level floor. We're just going to stand on our left foot, like so. So right foot up in the air, can be behind you, in front of you, whatever works for you. Make sure your pelvis is level. Make sure your shoulders and your pelvis are directly lined up over each other. And we're just holding, being still, calm. And this is it. If you want to get fancy, do a little deadlift, lean forward at the hips. I might do that next round. But for now, I'm just enjoying that sensation of feeling still and grounded. This is a sensation I've been really trying to work with in the past recent weeks. I've had a bit of an emotionally turbulent couple months. So I have been seeking calm and still and grounding in my movement. So this is lovely. All right, let's swap sides. Right foot on the ground, nice and flat, left foot up in the air, standing nice and tall and proud. Roll the shoulders up and back if you need, stare straight ahead, put a little smile on your dial if you like, and just be. There's nowhere you have to be right now. There's nothing you have to do right now except be here and serve your body the best that you can right now. And breathe. So this kind of work is brilliant for all your foot muscles. If you're feeling a little bit of cramping, that's okay. That's actually pretty normal. Stop and take a break and shake it out. We're going to wrap up this side now anyway. All right. Round 2. I'm just going to come over here because I can. We're going to do the same thing. If you would like to come with me in a single leg deadlift, you can. I'll do one kind of in this direction and one facing that side. So left foot on the ground, right foot up. The leg you're standing on, make that knee just a little bit bent. Bring your hips backwards, and it's as if there is a metal pole running through you from your head, through your neck, through your spine and hips, all the way through your right leg, which is now outstretched. This single leg deadlift is an option. You can just be standing still, and that is fine. And let's slowly come back up. If you're doing this deadlift, as you come back up, dig that heel into the ground. Feel that hamstring. All right, show you what it looks like on the side. And right leg on the floor, left leg up. Right knee just a little bit bent. Bring the hips backwards, tilting forward. And there is a straight pole running through you. Lift that back leg up. And slowly, slowly come back up. As you stand up, dig that heel into the ground. Feel that hamstring. We are halfway through our balancing poses. I am now going to do this with my blocks. I'm going to take some time to just simply stand on these. And we are standing left leg on the floor, right leg up. So you may already notice that by standing on that curved surface, can you see how wobbly I am already? There is less surface area for the sole of my foot to work off. So it's trying to manipulate my center of mass and try and get my ankle and foot muscles are all working really hard to try and keep everything as still as possible in a good straight alignment. This is why I do recommend a curved bolster if you can access one. Let's swap sides. I purchased this from a company called Soulmate. I'll put a link below. I'm not sponsored by them, although Soulmate, if you're listening, I'm open. I do think this kit is pretty good. It comes with a few different things, but right now I'm just using this as a way to work on my balance, and I can feel the intrinsic musculature, which is the muscles that are just inside my foot. They are working hard. And my mind is working hard as well. I'm forced to focus on my movement with balance, and that's what I really like and I need right now. I don't know about you, but I need my movement to bring me to my body. Get me to stop thinking about the bills, the to-do list, the errands. This is our time to move. All right, come off, have a bit of a shake. We've got one more round of balancing and then it's a lovely stretch. All right, let's do this. Left foot on your floor, on your curved bolster, on your curved towel, whatever it is. And we're just balancing. I just want you to feel your body doing its best to align itself. And it doesn't matter if you wobble If you stumble, that's where the actual beauty is. That's your body working hard. So that is brilliant. It's all welcome here. We're not chasing perfection. This is not the place for that. Talk about not chasing perfection. I've got bleach on my pants. It's a dirty top. I'm sure I have food in my teeth as well. Right foot on. I did check. We are here and we are all about showing up in whatever we are, however we are. So if that means you're in the clothes that you slept in 3 days straight, I don't care. You are welcome here, my darling. Some days are hard. That's okay. We just do our best. So bring your mind to your foot. Just feel it working so hard as you maintain that balance as best as you can. If you're really starting to get tired and you need a bit of assistance for your balance and you can't reach a wall, feel free to put a chair in front of you and just rest your fingertips on the back of that chair. Don't even have to grip it, just resting that gives enough feedback for your body to maintain balance. And let's wrap it up. Oh, how was that? Here comes one of my favorite parts. I'm going to do some calf stretching. I'm going to do some calf stretching. We're also going to do some foot stretching. So I'll actually get you to look at my feet right now. This in itself is stretching the plantar fascia and stretching muscles within my feet. If this feels good for you, do it. I am really into this at the moment, so I'm just going to use it. So this is stretch number 1. You basically want to bring your big toe backwards. So you can do it like this. You can sit on the ground and you can yank it back with a strap or your hands, or you can get close to a wall or something like this. Put your big toe up and just let your soles of your feet meet the floor. And if you want to get a little bit extra, bend your knees. So we'll call this stretch 1 out of 4. Just sinking low. And stretch it out. If you like to stretch the front of your foot, you can. So I point my toes, I curl my toes, I should say, and I use the floor to help me curl my toes so I get a stretch at the front of my foot. I like that. Let's go again for stretch number 2, and this is that stretch within our feet. So toes up or pointing backwards, being pulled backwards, heels and balls of your feet on the floor, and if you are standing, bend your knees just a little for a little bit more ankle movement. Breathe in, breathe out, let go of tension. And stop, shake it out. Let's go in, stretch number 3, same thing again. You can do that deep squat or that squat I showed you before with your heels up. And we're holding that stretch. And we stop. Last one coming up. Breathing in and out. Nice and relaxed. Hello, birds. Quite a few of them now. Quite noisy. All right, last of the sole stretch, plantar fascia stretch, and let's go. Now this is one you really want to be careful about, this particular stretch. It may be absolutely brilliant for you and it may not be the best thing at all. So please make sure you see a allied health practitioner to get the best advice for yourself. and do what works for you. All right, bit of a wriggle. Now we have calf stretches. So very similar to what we did. I want you to get into that first position we had for our calf stretches. Our calf strengthening exercises. So toes on your step or on your towel or on your bolster and heels down on the ground. If you don't have that, you can always do, I'll actually do it now, feet flat on the ground and lean forward so that you get a nice calf stretch. I'm going to come back onto my bolsters because I just really like it. And let's keep the knees straight this time. Straight but not locked. Just breathe. Feel how nice that is. I wonder how loudly those birds will come through the audio. They are not the loudest, but they're pretty loud. All right, have a bit of a stretch. I'm going to go for round 2. I'm just going to come and face you this time. All right. Let's go and let's stretch those calves. Heels on the ground, toes up. Can you hear them? Seagull, seagull. And I can't tell from here, but I think they're Australian miners. They might be Indian miners, but I think they're Australian miners. And there was a wattle bird somewhere. I'm surprised that the magpies haven't come over yet. They like a chat and a cashew nut. So this is the kind of practice that you can do outside, and it's actually really nice. I am really enjoying myself here. It's not like it's a particularly glorious day, but it's just nice, fresh air outside. All right, 2 more calf stretches and then we're done, my friend. Let's jump on and stretch. So you may want to do this at the start of your day. You may want to do it at the end of your day. I personally recommend this is great at the start of the day. Get your feet nice and stretched and ready for the day ahead. And if you do have foot or ankle troubles, this is a really good way to set yourself up for a nice day where they're all limber and ready to go. Your muscles and your tendons and ligaments, I should say. And step off. And do one more, last one. I normally do 2 rounds of everything instead of 4. And that's in addition to maybe some other movements. I might do a bit of yoga, might go for a walk. That's what I've been doing recently. But if you are really wanting to focus on your foot strength, 4 rounds is great, and you can do it probably multiple times a day. This kind of movement would lean itself to being done multiple times a day, and it should be okay. Once again, check in with an allied health or medical practitioner. My needs and your needs are probably quite different, and that's okay. Folks, I think I really need to finish with a kind of meditation. You are welcome to come with me if you like. Oh, I am just going to kneel like so. Oh, thank you so much for setting aside this time to be with me and move your body. And thank you for choosing this video. You could have selected anything else. Let's start. If you like, you can close down the eyes. Otherwise, you can gaze ahead of you nice and softly. Let's place our hands on the tops of our thighs, if that feels comfortable for you. Otherwise, by your side or anywhere that feels good for you. Just bring your mind to your breath. And as you breathe in, I want you to find areas in your body that are tense. And as you breathe out, I want you to soften that area. It might be in your face or your jaw, your neck, might be your shoulders or your hands, your hips or pelvic floor, maybe even your feet. Breathe out and just soften it. And just thank yourself for moving your body today, for finding the time to prioritize you. And remind yourself that this is one form of movement, and maybe it served you well today, and that is brilliant. It may serve you well again in the future, or you may need something else. That is fine. There is no right or wrong. There is just what works for you right now. And let's take a deep breath in. If you'd like to stretch up with me, you can. Deep breath in. Stretching up, reaching towards the sky if you like. Breathe out. Come back down. Breathe in, stretch up towards the sky. Breathe out, come back down. And for the last time, breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, coming back down. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today, my friends. I hope you feel refreshed, recharged, your feet feel nice and strong. Until I see you again. I've forgotten how I do my sign off. I'm too relaxed. Let me think. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, stay safe and bye for now.